On the left, Shadow Systems. On the right, Gen 4 Glock, ordered from the Glock store. Let's go check them out. Howdy, y'all, and welcome back. Giant gun tuber fail at the range today. I'll explain that later. But the quick and dirty, if you have come seeking advice on this configuration, Gen 4 Glock spring in your XR920 or MR920, just do it. Just absolutely 100% do this. It completely changes the recoil impulse for the better. Like $20 at the Glock store or wherever you like to source your parts. Get online, get it for yourself, give it a few hundred rounds, make sure it works in your gun, but it sure did in mine, and it is a gigantic improvement. Cannot recommend this enough. Right at 100 degrees. All right, so now that I got that first part out of the way, little backstory on how I came to this. I was watching a review that was comparing the Glock 19X to the XR920, and both shooters, it's a father and son. I think the father is retired SEAL. It's some kind of SEAL related name on the channel. I cannot remember, but they both kind of agreed that although they liked the feature set of the Shadow Systems, the 19X recoil impulse was just better. And therefore they shot it better because of that softer recoil impulse. And I got to thinking, Gen 4 Glock parts. So I took my Gen 4 19, took out the spring, stuck it in my Shadow Systems, racked it a few times. It all seemed to fit. So I went ahead and ordered one, since that recoil spring is probably at 5,000 or 6,000 rounds. Figured I'd pick up a fresh one for the XR920, take it to the range, and give it a try. So that's what I did today. My range has, as public ranges tend to do, they've got the little narrow, lanes, and and it was very crowded. And to the right of me was a group of very business class looking guys who sort of knew how to shoot, but not really. Like, really, not really. And a couple of them, I think maybe it was their first time, and they really, really didn't know how to shoot, to the point that I actually stopped what I was doing and fixed a guy's grip because I watched him and it sketched me out. I was kind of afraid for myself. And then right to my left was a father and son, bless their hearts. They're out there getting their Second Amendment on, and I don't mean to criticize anybody, but they really didn't know what they were doing either. And I stopped and gave him some instruction as well. Set him up on a ball and dummy drill because he was like missing the whole paper at 7 yards. So showed him a ball and dummy drill to show him what his flinch was doing, and then explain, So it was just not a good day for getting any kind of footage. It never is when I'm there by myself. But this, I just didn't even want to try to set up a camera and then end up getting murked, and then it would be on video for my family. I don't know. So I just bypassed that entirely. I did save my targets. First 100 rounds with the Gen 4 Glock spring at 7 yards. This is some super cheap Reman 2A warehouse ammo that I'm running. Little flinchy out of 100 rounds, little flinchy. I'm actually like trying to shoot out instead of just aiming dead center the whole time. I'm actually trying, like I got gamey and was trying to work all of the white out. So some of these right here on the edge aren't so much flinchy as they are. I'm trying to hit like maybe there and knock out these outliers. Definitely just a little flinchy, a little bit of recoil anticipation, but not crazy. And overall was really happy with, again, the recoil impulse. When I know that the gun is going to recoil softer, then that internal flinch monster doesn't creep up quite as hard on me. Second 100 rounds, same deal. Trying to shoot out the white. Got a little, this is probably a little bit of recoil anticipation. Not crazy, but a little. And then obviously two just flyers where I just completely yanked them. All me. Was getting a little tired. Definitely super hot outside. But overall, I don't claim to be like an expert pistol marksman or anything. And I was not taking a lot of time. That they have a hard no rapid fire rule, but the ROs were so busy watching all these new people that I was able to kind of press my timing a little faster than normal, because they were hawking me, and then they realized, okay, this guy's actually putting them in the center of the target, and they put all their attention on the other people. So I was able to a lot of extend and press, extend press, extend touch press, low readies. So, and some just kind of standing there, not rapid fire, but pressing the 1 second rule as hard as I could. Not, bullseye shooting where I'm standing and, trying to keep it somewhat practical style shooting. And I mean, it's only 7 yards, but I've been doing a lot of shooting at 20 yards, and that hasn't been going as great. So I was like, you know what, today I'm still really the last, so I'm at 800 rounds through this guy now. If you saw my last video, had some teething issues that ultimately became a result of, or I discovered it was a result of having this light on way too damn tight. I just went absolutely batshit when I put it on. It was crazy, crazy tight, and it was gimping the frame a little bit, not allowing it to go fully into battery every single time. It was real sporadic, like 5 to 10 times out of 100 rounds, but it was way too much to consider the gun reliable. Took the light completely off, ran a couple hundred rounds, like no problem at all, 100% function. So today I had put the light back on at 10 pounds. I had one hiccup, and I'm not sure if it was ammo related or maybe still that same thing. It was after clearing it and looking at the primer strike was way off to the side, which tells me the gun had not gone fully back into battery. I don't know if the round before it might have been a little bit of a low charge. It didn't fully cycle, or maybe still just a tiny bit of a frame flex issue or something. I kind of want to write it off to the ammo, but I can't totally. So today when I came home, took the light back off, cranked it on to 7 pounds. So we'll see if that hopefully it feels very secure, and yet hopefully is not giving any kind of flame flex. I still think frame flex. I still think it's like I said, could have been an ammo issue. I wish I had it on video. It might be more telling, but one failure out of 200 rounds, I'm still pretty confident with that. I'm taking it to 1,000 before I really consider it my definite go-to. Still have my Gen 4 Glock that is flawless. So I have that to rely on, but I want this to be flawless also, and I think we're getting there. So anyway, that is the deal. If you have a Shadow Systems, get online, find yourself the corresponding Gen 4 spring. If you've got the DR, then get a 17 spring, XR or MR, pick yourself up a 19 spring. I am pretty sure that the CR and 43X or 43 springs are not compatible. So if you've made it this far into the video, probably should have thrown that in at the beginning for the people that were going to bail on the video, but they can figure that out on their own, right? But definitely, like I said, sample size of 1, but in my XR 920, the Gen 4 spring, I hate the phrase, but game changer. It is a total game changer. The recoil impulse is so different and so pleasant. It is dreamy, dreamy to shoot. Cannot recommend it enough. That's all I got for this one. I'm starting to get wet. Until next time, be easy, y'all.